Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tackle a pretty terrifying thought experiment. What would actually happen if you fell into the Mariana Trench? You know, the most extreme, deepest, most hostile environment on our entire planet. All right, so let's dive right in. Our destination? Challenger Deep. That's the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. And get this, it's so remote that for the longest time, more people had literally walked on the surface of the moon than had been to this one spot on our own planet. Crazy, right? So come on, let's begin this 11,000 meter drop to the very bottom of the world. Okay, so our plunge begins right here at the surface, in what's called the sunlit world. And yeah, it seems familiar, right? It's teeming with life we all recognize. But don't let that fool you. The danger is already here, and it's very, very real. Right off the bat, even here in the bright, warm sun, you are completely alone. We're talking more than 300 kilometers from any land. So if you were actually in the water right now without a boat, well, this is probably where your journey would end, either from sheer exhaustion or, becoming a snack for something in the local food chain. And wow, just look at how crowded it is up here. This top layer, it's called the euphotic zone, which basically just means the well-lit zone. It's where all the sunlight is, and that sunlight fuels everything. I mean, think about it. This one little slice of the ocean supports a mind-boggling 90% of all marine life. You're surrounded by a bustling city of creatures right now, but trust me, that is all about to change. Okay, as we sink past that 100-meter mark, the world you know just starts to fade away. We're leaving the sun behind for good and entering a realm of permanent, spooky dusk. It's wild how good water is at just swallowing sunlight. I mean, look at this. By the time you're just 10 meters down, that's like the deep end of a swimming pool, half the light is already gone. And by 100 meters, phew, only 1% of the sun's rays make it down this far. You're not just in the shade anymore, you are officially in a world of shadows. And at the exact same time, there's this new, relentless force building up. Pressure. It's just the sheer weight of all that water above you, squeezing in. So for every 10 meters we drop, it's like piling the entire weight of Earth's atmosphere on top of you, over and over again. It's this absolutely crushing force that makes getting down here one of the biggest challenges we've ever faced. And for a human body, even if you had a scuba tank, this pressure gets dangerous fast. The nitrogen in the very air you're breathing starts to act like a narcotic. It causes this state of confusion, this euphoria. They call it nitrogen narcosis, but honestly, it's like being drunk. So drunk, in fact, you could completely forget where you are and that you need to, breathe. And there we go, 200 meters. We've just crossed this invisible line into what they call the mesopelagic zone, or more poetically, the twilight zone. From this point on, everything is different. It's quiet, it's lonely, and it's bathed in a kind of darkness the sun just can't touch anymore. All right, let's keep going. We're heading deeper now, into a realm of just utter blackness, a place where the sun has never reached and where the rules of life are totally rewritten. Okay, now we're at 1,000 meters, and wow, what a difference. The temperature has plunged to a frigid 5 degrees Celsius. The pressure? It's now a bone-crushing 100 times what it is at the surface. And things we take for granted, like food and oxygen, they're suddenly incredibly hard to come by. So you might be wondering, what on earth do things eat down here? Well, believe it or not, this entire ecosystem survives on something called marine snow. It sounds poetic, but really it's a non-stop shower of, leftovers. Dead plankton, fish scales, waste, all of it slowly drifting down from that busy, sunlit world miles above. It is the only food delivery service in this eternal night. To survive in a place that's this cold, this dark, and with so little food, evolution had to get, really, really creative. We're talking about creatures that just gave up on sight altogether. And then you have the really famous ones, like the anglerfish, that literally learned to make their own light. They use these glowing lures to trick their next meal into coming right to them. It's just our first hint of this incredible theme we're going to see again and again. When things seem impossible, life, finds a way. And here we are, 4,000 meters down. We're now in what's called the bathypelagic zone. This is the true midnight zone. Life down here is incredibly sparse. Energy is like gold, it's the most precious thing there is, and the number one rule for survival is simple. don't move unless you absolutely have to. The pressure here is just staggering, 400 times greater than what you feel right now. It's so intense, it's not just a physical force anymore. It actually starts to change the fundamental chemistry of the water itself, creating this whole new barrier to life. All right, we're now at 6,000 meters, and we're crossing into the final and by far the most hostile region of the ocean, the Hadal Zone. And yes, it is named after Hades, the underworld, and for good reason. Almost none of our planet's oceans are this deep. So the pressure down here is so extreme that it does something truly bizarre. It dissolves calcium carbonate. Now, what does that mean? It means all those creatures you picture on the seafloor, crabs, snails, clams, they just can't exist here. Their shells, the very thing that protects them, would literally dissolve right off their bodies. So yeah, this place is fundamentally deeply hostile to the biology that we're all familiar with. That immense pressure literally squeezes the basic building blocks of life. We're talking proteins, cell membranes. It squeezes them so hard, they just fall apart. In fact, scientists have figured out that there's a hard limit. No fish of any kind can survive below about 8,500 meters, period. And yet, just when you think, okay, that's it, life is impossible here, you find out something amazing. Scientists found a species of shrimp, living in the trench. And it has this unbelievable adaptation. It actually pulls aluminum out of the mud on the seafloor to reinforce its shell, basically making itself metal-plated so it can survive in a place where it should just dissolve. How cool is that? Okay, after a fall of nearly 11,000 meters, that's a drop longer than Mount Everest is tall, we finally made it. This is it, the very, very bottom of planet Earth, Challenger Deep. Let's talk about the pressure down here. We're talking more than 1,100 times the pressure at the surface. To try and put that in perspective for you, imagine taking 50 jumbo jets and stacking them one on top of the other, right on top of you. It's a force so immense, it would vaporize any person, any normal submarine, in an instant. So here we are. The water is just above freezing. The darkness is more complete than anything you can imagine. The pressure is unthinkable, and yet there is life, an entire ecosystem of those metal-plated shrimp, sea cucumbers, and countless microbes, all of them thriving down here, living off that gentle shower of marine snow from a world they will never, ever see. And that's really where our journey ends, with this pretty profound thought. In what is, for us humans, maybe the most alien and inhospitable place on our own planet, a true hellscape of cold and crushing pressure. Life doesn't just hang on, it actually thrives. It's just an amazing reminder that no matter how impossible the odds seem, life always finds a way.